Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Curse of Oak Island find Templar Knights evidence in Italy. The guys from Curse of Oak Island are in Italy on this week's episode, and they might have found more evidence surrounding the Templar Knights theory. This has led them to believe more than ever that this group went to Oak Island with treasure to hide. Here is what the team learned this week and what it means. Curse of Oak Island investigating Templar Knights in Italy. The Curse of Oak Island team has always floated the idea that the mythical treasure was brought to the island by the Knights Templar after their disbanding. According to the guys, this would have been a journey that went from Jerusalem through Italy, France, and Scotland before ending up on Oak Island. This would have been 100 years before Christopher Columbus reached the Americas. The team went to Italy to investigate this theory even further, and that is playing out on the reality TV show right now. Rick Lagina and his team met with Professor Andrea Pyrabolent at the American University of Rome and talked about the Zeno brothers. Antonio and Niccolo Zeno hailed from Venice, but went to Scotland at one point in their lives. The Zeno brothers started working for Henry Sinclair, a Templar Knight sympathizer. Historians believe Sinclair traveled to the Americas with Templar treasure. A Zeno brothers map shows that they knew of Newfoundland and Nova Scotia, another clue to the treasure. It convinced the guys that there is every chance the Templar Knights made their way to Oak Island. What is the Templar Knight theory on Curse of Oak Island? The Templars existed from 1129 until 1312 and were one of the most powerful groups in Europe at the time. They were fighters during the Crusades, and other members became extremely wealthy over the years. However, their time as a powerhouse ended when King Philip IV of France arrested key Templar leaders in 1307, and the Pope orders that all Templars be arrested and all their assets seized. The legends indicate that Mint Templars fled the country and took refuge in Scotland. They also took their most prized possessions with them. They also took priceless religious treasures, including the Holy Grail. This then leads to the theories about the money pit on Oak Island. The Curse of Oak Island Knights Templar theory is based on the Cathar monks. In the Season 2 episode 7 Must Die, the team first brought up the Knights Templar and their access to the Holy Grail and Ark of the Covenant. The theory indicates the Cathar monks gave some of their treasures to the Knights Templar for safekeeping, and many of the treasures might have been hidden on Oak Island after their disbanding. What are your thoughts on the recent Curse of Oak Island episodes in Italy? So you think the Templar Knights did hide treasure on the island? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. The world of archaeology is often one of long, laborious searches through dusty archives and meticulous excavations, but sometimes discoveries leap out with the kind of drama and flair fit for the pages of a thriller novel. This was the case for the team behind the popular television series, The Curse of Oak Island, who recently found themselves embroiled in a breathtaking chase across continents, leading them to unexpected evidence in the heart of Italy, proof that the legendary Templar Knights might have left a trail that reaches far beyond the shores of Nova Scotia. For years, the brothers Rick and Marty Lagina, along with their dedicated team, have been exploring Oak Island, a small isle off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, driven by the tantalizing promise of hidden treasure. Many believe that the treasure could be linked to the Knights Templar, the medieval Christian military order that has been the subject of countless legends, conspiracy theories, and historical studies. Their latest expedition had its origins in an ancient map discovered in a dusty corner of a European archive. This map, adorned with cryptic symbols and inscriptions in Latin, seemed to depict Oak Island, but also hinted at connections to other distant locales, with one particular symbol standing out, the Templar cross, marked boldly over a region in central Italy. Intrigued and determined, the team decided to follow this lead, their curiosity piqued by the possibility of uncovering new evidence about the Templars' movements and potentially their lost treasures. Arriving in Italy, the team found themselves in the picturesque town of Massa Marittima, nestled in the rolling hills of Tuscany. This town, rich with medieval history, was a known Templar stronghold in the 12th and 13th centuries. The brothers and their team, armed with historical documents and the tantalizing map, set out to explore the ancient ruins and underground tunnels that sprawled beneath the town. It wasn't long before their efforts paid off. Deep within the labyrinthine tunnels beneath a centuries-old church, they stumbled upon a sealed chamber. The air was thick with the weight of history as they carefully pried open the heavy stone door, revealing a room untouched for centuries. The flickering torchlight illuminated a series of frescoes along the walls, depicting scenes of knights, battles, and sacred rituals. At the center of the chamber stood an altar, and atop it, a small chest emblazoned with the distinctive Templar cross. With hearts pounding, the team approached the chest, their minds racing with the possibilities of what it could contain. The lock, rusted with age, gave way with a resounding click, and as the lid creaked open, they were met with a sight that took their breath away. Inside, nestled in velvet, lay an assortment of artifacts, intricately carved chalices, silver crosses, and a collection of parchments. Each item was a testament to the Templars' presence and activities in the region. The parchments, in particular, held the key to unraveling the mystery. Written in a mix of Latin and Old French, they detailed the Templars' efforts to safeguard their treasures and knowledge from their enemies. One document stood out among the rest, a letter addressed to a high-ranking Templar, mentioning a distant land across the sea where they had hidden part of their treasure. The description of this land bore striking similarities to Oak Island, providing a direct link between the Templars' activities in Europe and the enigmatic island in Nova Scotia. The implications of this discovery were monumental. For the Lagina brothers, it was a validation of years of painstaking work and a breakthrough in their quest to uncover the secrets of Oak Island. For historians and archaeologists, it offered a new perspective on the movements and strategies of the Templar Knights during their final days, suggesting that they had not only sought refuge in Europe, but had also ventured across the Atlantic to safeguard their treasures. As the news of the discovery spread, it ignited a renewed interest in Templar history and the mysteries of Oak Island. Scholars from around the world began to re-examine historical records and artifacts, looking for additional clues that might have been overlooked. The town of Massa Marittima, once a quiet historical site, became a hub of activity as researchers and enthusiasts flocked to explore the newly discovered chamber and its contents. For the Curse of Oak Island team, the journey was far from over. Buoyed by their success in Italy, they returned to Nova Scotia with a renewed sense of purpose and a wealth of new information to guide their search. The evidence found in Italy provided them with new leads and insights, suggesting that the treasure they sought might be part of a larger network of Templar caches hidden around the world. The discovery also deepened the mystery of Oak Island itself. The ancient map that had led them to Italy hinted at other locations marked with similar symbols, suggesting that the Templars' network was far more extensive than previously imagined. Each new clue brought them closer to uncovering the full story, revealing a tapestry of history that spanned continents and centuries. In the quiet moments beneath the starry skies of Nova Scotia, Rick and Marty Lagina often found themselves reflecting on the journey that had brought them to this point. The search for the Oak Island treasure had become much more than a hunt for gold and jewels. It was a quest for understanding, a journey through history, and a testament to the enduring allure of mystery and adventure. As they prepared for their next season of exploration, The team knew that the path ahead would be challenging, filled with new puzzles and uncertainties. But with the Templars' ancient map in hand and the evidence they had uncovered in Italy, they were more determined than ever to unlock the secrets of Oak Island and finally bring the story of the Templar Knights to light. In the end, the Curse of Oak Island was not just about a hidden treasure. It was about the relentless pursuit of knowledge, the thrill of discovery, and the timeless human spirit that drives us to seek out the unknown. And for the Lageda brothers, that journey was the greatest treasure of all.